Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more variable Barricade, just on our date with Nayuta. So yeah, we'll probably finish his board, or whatever, and then go back to the main board in this part, so anyway. And this rounds out all my favorite spots. It's the perfect place to stretch after I finish up my jog.
Oh, look who it is, little Nayuta. And bless his little heart, he's got a pretty young girl with him. Come over here, you two.
I don't have 3 old lady voices. I just have one. Shit. You know them too? Yeah, this group of grannies are always out here chatting. I'll introduce you, Spacey. Nayuta grabbed my hand and led me over to the gaggle. Gaggle of Grannies! Like, that's an awesome band name for when you're old. I didn't feel like resisting anymore. The elderly ladies all smiled happily as Nayuta brought me over to them.
You must be the young lady Nayuta's always talking about.
Oh,
And how stunning you are. Nayuta always tells us little stories about his heroics.
Hero what now?
Oh, we know all about his exploits, punishing those brutes left and right like a good little knight.
Punishing who?
We also heard he has a clever squire who is so devoted to him he never leaves his side. How impressive to have a pupil at his age.
Are you talking about Kasuga? You did not just fucking demote my husband to being your fucking squire. Is she talking about Kasuga?
And whenever the lady needs her hero, he's always there to comfort her. Listen to her, stroke her hair. Oh, it's just so sweet.
Nayuta, what in the actual fuck? Kind of fun that you tell these weird stories to old ladies, though. He's never touched my hair!
Isn't it precious that Nayuta found such a lovely lady to be his girlfriend? So romantic!
It's more like witch cackling. Anyway, they didn't really laugh. I just was gonna... Anyway. What? No, isn't... She's really important to me, but she's not my girlfriend.
Oh, look at him blush!
You've got it all wrong. But the grannies didn't let up. They turned to me and smiled.
Tell us, dear, what is it about Nayuta that made you fall in love with him? Nayuta's like our collective grandson. No need to be shy.
Grandson? It was too late to tell them they had the wrong impression. I feel bad disappointing those smiling faces. With an imperceptible sigh, I said, his enthusiasm, because his directness is just not true. He is not direct, girl. It's got to be his enthusiasm. Oh, his directness. Really? I would never have got that. Because, well... because he's not very direct when you're like, where do you want to go? Did you want to get candy? Yes. He just doesn't know how to fucking, like, you know what I mean? So, like, well, I mean, I guess you could say directness and then, like, no, like, you're my top priority and I'll do anything and okay, whatever, sure. And, like, you know, that, maybe, but, or we're just stroking his ego and he's like, wow, you think I'm direct? You're like, no, but I just figured that's what you'd want me to say. Wow, cool. I don't know. But anyway. There he is in his little knight in shining armor over there with his little sword and shit. Kind of funny that that's like his little chibi over there staring with its dead fish eyes. It's adorable, but his eyes are dead. It's got the little sword and it's like... And then the granny's like,
oh, he's noble fighting dragons to save his lady love. It's adorable.
And you're like, okay, Grandma. I'm just saying. They were all calling him like a noble knight and shit. And calling my real husband a fucking squire. Please. My real husband is a fucking magician. It was just magical how he just showed up and I was like, I'm instantly in love! Anyway. I think his directness. I spoke without thinking and my answer surprised me. It's the truth, though. Nayuta definitely makes his share of mistakes, but he never lies or cheats. He always works hard and honestly. Okay, so I guess with that, I get... But it's like, I don't feel like he's... Well... He's not very... Okay, I guess it's more indecisive than indirect. Okay. Alright, I'm just misunderstanding things. That kind of candor is a good quality, I think. I like it. Ooh, that kind of candor is a good quality, I think. That should have been one sentence, and I made it multiple. Anyway, as soon as I finished speaking, I came back to my senses and noticed my ears growing hotter. I looked down in silence, and all the grannies let out a longing sigh.
How nice to be young and in love, as we once were. You sure are lucky, Nayuta.
I couldn't look directly at him, but I glanced at him out of the corner of my eye. Nayuta's face, probably his whole body, was beet red, so much so that I couldn't stop staring. Spacey, I didn't know you felt that way about me. Okay, I'm gonna be super direct from now on. I won't take any shortcuts. That's not what I meant. You're like his idiocy. His simplicity. They're like, wait, no, it's just because he's an idiot. But simplicity is a nice phrase.
Bye-bye, you lovebirds.
As the elderly lady said goodbye, I could feel Nayuta's eyes on me. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'll make sure to set the record straight with them. Despite the awkwardness of everything, I couldn't help but laugh at Nayuta's terrified expression. It seems they all really like you, Nayuta. You mean the grannies? Lots of people, actually. The shopkeepers, strangers on the street. You're able to get along with everybody. I guess? Nayuta looked so confused. I just nodded at him. That's the least I could do. Pat him on the head. I guess it's because they're all such nice people. I've never really met bad people. That's not true, but like... I guess it's nice that you think all the loan sharks and all the people that are scamming you out of money are nice people. Because they're not, but... anyway. What about all those people that scammed you into buying weird stuff? Well, they were nice about it. Yeah, that's true. But they're not really bad. Not really bad? I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, but this sprite... Because his eyes, he's got like the pensive look on his face. He's looking off into the distance. It's a sexy look on his face, which is surprising. Because again, Lolly Boy. I didn't think... Unless you put them in CGs and you're like, he looks 10 years older in the CG. Okay, we've seen that happen. But like in their sprites, it's usually just like, no, that's adorable. Oh, they look like little kid. But like this is like, why is he sexy? Like that's like, he's like the smoldering off into the game. Yes, I feel like I should have a scotch with me right now. And it's like, no, Kool-Aid for him because he's 12. I mean, I know he's 20, whatever. But it's still just weird. It throws me off every time I look and I'm like, how did they make a Lolly Boy not so childish? I mean, mentally, he's like a dog, so that's not even, it's totally different. But like, it's just strange. Like, I don't know. Because they usually always just, no matter what they're doing, it's like, you always just look adorable. You know? Even if you're like, fighting a dragon, you're like, but you're kind of adorable when you're doing it. Like, good for you, buddy. But like, he's now looking and he just doesn't look like adorable. You're like, it's actually kind of like a sexy face. It's really freaking unnerving. I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna fall in love with the Lolly Boy, but like, because he's the puppy. And that's not the character that... But I'm just impressed with his sprite sometimes. That it's like, yeah, no, I enjoy this sprite. If you look like this or had your sad face on all the time... Okay. I might have enjoyed it a little bit more. But, like, I do still like Nayuta as a character. Just... I'm not in love with him. You know what I mean? Because it's just not going to happen. Anyway. The world isn't filled with only nice people, Nayuta. You can't trust everyone so easily. You'll end up getting hurt. Even like this face, it's just not very like... If they always... Because it's like his eyes aren't... They're still giant compared to the normal man eyes in the game. Men's eyes in the game. But they're still like... There's something about them now that we're like... They're giant, but they're not like round fucking saucers. There's still, like, the sultriness to them where you're like, okay. If they did Lolly Boys more like this, where it's like, oh, he's more youthful and he's kind of got bigger eyes, but they're not, like, giant fucking saucers, I might not have as much of a problem with them. Because you're like, okay, yeah, he's more adorable and cute, and he's got, like, a baby face, but, like, there's still a sexiness in his eyes. So, like, props for Nayuta, because, like, half of his sprites look like this, and you're like, wait, what? And then there's other ones where he has the giant fucking saucer eyes, and you're like, and now we're back to what I'm used to. Okay. Like, But you've never hurt me. What? You've never tricked me, Spacey. What do you mean? I mean, I'd feel hurt if only someone I'd feel hurt. Oh, I'd feel hurt only if someone I really cared about deceived me. It's not a big deal if it's someone I don't feel that way about. Shouldn't it be? If you were to betray me, Spacey, I'd be completely devastated. I'd get depressed. Because you're my #1 priority, Spacey. Nayuta looked at me with unblinking intensity. It's gonna kill this bitch when we fucking date one of the other dudes. I'm just saying. He said that repeatedly now and with such earnestness that I fear he's crossed the line from sweet to worrying. He was kind of always playing hopscotch on that line, though. He was like, do, over it, and now I'm sweet, and now I'm worrying, and now I'm sweet. So, I mean, he was kind of always there, so maybe he's just a little further over it for her now. I tried to smile in an effort to comfort him, taking care not to wince. Nayuta, it makes me happy when you say that, but I shouldn't be the center of your universe. No, it's fine. It's not a problem. No, this isn't good. Surely someday something bad will happen, though I feel like it already has. I should give him the gift now. My heart told me it was the right time, so I reached into my purse and pulled out a small package. Here, Nayuta. Keep your guard up. It's a little charm. She, like, embroidered a little Nayuta on it. Okay, that also, because I noticed with him every time there's always like a little shamrock, and I was like, do they each have like a fucking card suit or something? Like, because like shamrocks are my favorite, but Nayuta, why you gotta be a shamrock? That makes me sad. But like, he needs the luck. What is it? It's a good luck charm. I thought it'd be the most useful thing for you. Wow! I was still uncertain how good of a gift the charm would be, but it was all I could think of. Moreover, I couldn't think of anything to put on the charm except keep your guard up. I'd also felt like sewing the charm wasn't enough, so I put some onyx healing crystals inside too. Onyx is said to protect from harm and grant a person better judgment too. I'd hoped it would give him the insight to see through swindlers. Yes, it was definitely the right choice. Maybe I'm better at this gift-giving thing than I thought. I mean, again, you could have literally given him a leaf, and he'd have been fucking excited, but... Did you sew this by hand? I nodded, and his eyes widened. But that's not the point. Read what it says. Keep your guard up? There's a sweet little sad face. I love his sad face. I don't know why I love it so much. Yes, it's extremely important. Do you understand? Nayuta responded by clutching the charm to his chest and standing up tall. Yes, I got it. Keep your guard up. If he can remember it, then I'll have done a good job. How about we head back home? Okay. Trips over a fucking stool. You were not guarding against that stool, were you? No? I got a good luck charm. Spacey made it for me because she's so sweet. You don't have to stare at it like that. No one's going to take it from you. You don't know that. I might punch him and steal it. Just to show. And he's like, it's okay. They needed it more than me. And it's like, wow. Give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But I'm so happy. And there's something inside. Don't open it or it'll lose its effect. Really? Then I'll never ever open it. After his declaration, Nayuta stared at the charm in his hands. Now that I have this, I can protect you without worrying about anything else, Spacey. What now? This charm will protect me, so I can put all my focus on protecting you. Looks like those bad habits are still going strong. I already told you, I've got everything under control. I responded with a sigh. Nayuta's face creased with worry and he began pleading with me. I just feel like his route, we're going to get to a point where then someone's going to come after us and he's going to actually have to step in and protect us and be like, see? And you're like, not helping, universe. Because it would absolutely be like, God damn it. Like, they really actually did need him to protect me this time, but like, told him I had everything under control, but this motherfucker. Anyway. Please trust me. I'm very strong. You can count on me anytime for anything. He says that, but maybe if you got your act together a bit more. You still don't trust me. But really, I'm dependable and super strong, you know? Okay, but... Fine, how about this? What are you doing? CG time? Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He's super adorable in the CG. Like, I love it. In the next moment, I felt like I was floating. She is like, what the fuck? And he's like, eh. I don't know, it's adorable. Oh. Okay. The CGs are really good in this game. I'll give them that. Like, okay, I mean, okay. I'll give them that. The CGs are good. I'll give them that. Seriously, everything about this game has been great so far. I even don't hate the lolly boy. I mean, he's not, like, ever going to be my number one just because he's also, like, the puppy character. And, like, I'm not into either one of those characters. But, like, they've given him sprites where you're like, he's actually kind of attractive in these sprites. And I don't, like... I'm not just like, eh. I'm like, wow, you're really hot in this sprite. And, like, his CGs are really good. A lot of times the lolly boy CGs are good. You're like, they look really good in their CGs, but then they look 12. But in their CGs, they look like 20. Like... He looks the way he's supposed to. He looks 20. You know? But still, a lot of his sprites are really good. I'm like, I like these. He doesn't look 12 like a normal Ollie boy. I don't know, but I really do enjoy this game, so. But the CGs are also really good, so there's that too. When I realized what happened, Nayuta's smiling face was right in front of me. How about that? How about no? Hey! There. No need to worry. I won't drop you, I promise. That's not what I'm worried about. I couldn't believe he was holding me like some damsel in distress. And in public, no less. I felt my face grow hot with embarrassment. Put me down. Why? You're not in any danger. I got a tight grip on you. See? It's not scary at all, is it? It's the embarrassment. I suddenly noticed how warm his arms were, as if I could detect even the slightest change in his body temperature. I mean, he's being direct. Come on, let's circle the town so you can see how safe you are with me. I'll hold you tight the whole way. I don't need you to do that. I just need you to put me down. Okay, but will you believe in me more from now on? I'm not gonna let you go until you say so. What? And then I guess we'll go for a walk. No, stop! He sounded pretty serious, so I said... Barricade battle! Oh, fuck. Yeah, we got the crown, he's got the... Oh, God, what am I doing? I don't know how to do this. Oh, God, what is this? It's so cute. Fight. What am I doing? How do I fight? What do I do? Am I supposed to do anything? I'm pushing buttons. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What is happening? I'm gonna guess nothing happened. Okay, I just scrolled up and like nothing happened. So okay, I'm not supposed to do anything, I guess. Okay, fine. I trust you, Nayuta. Oh, his face is super pretty right here. Okay, seriously though? You can't do this. You cannot make the lolly boy this hot in his CG. Like, that is a beautiful face. Like, the serious face? Like, it's because he actually looks 20 in his CGs. And like, but like, still, I mean, personality-wise, like, a hyperactive labradoodle, not my character. But this CG, he's really pretty in. Wow. Anyway, really? Yes, really, you're super dependable and I want to depend on you, so I'm totally going to do that. It doesn't say anything. Like, I scrolled up in the guide and I was like, it doesn't say that you have to do anything in these barricade battles. So, I guess it's just a little thing of like, look at her little face. She's like, ah. Maybe that's just supposed to be like him whittling down your defenses because you just knocked, like, your fence, your defense. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Good job, game. Nayuta looked dissatisfied and tilted his head, the tips of his hair brushing against my cheek. I felt overly aware of the spots his hair touched, and my cheeks grew hotter. Nayuta, please let me down. I don't think so. Excuse me? Spacey, you're so soft, and you smell good. I don't feel like letting you go. Do you feel comfortable like this? Feels right to me. It does not! Come on, let me take you home like this. Stop it! It was terrifying to be carried that way. Everyone that passed stared at us silently. My expression screamed, "Why are you doing this?" Throughout my protestations, I realized I'd failed to take something important into account. This was a date with Nayuta. Keep your guard up. While he held me in his arms, I decided that the next time I'd make a charm for myself. Fucking cute. I like the little barricade battles. Nothing happens in them, I guess. I actually want to see something. Let me go to the main page on the guide. Does it say anything about? I don't think it says anything about. I'm just gonna scroll. I'm not reading the true. I'm skipping past system. Oh, Rabby, which is the board, is Hibari's, or Spacey's bunny robot with a hidden cam, records all the shenanigans happening at home, featuring the 4 suitors and Kasuga when Hibari's not around, or us. The WIS application. Okay, Barricade battles are cutscenes that play after reaching the final chapter of each level board. It takes a minute to get used to navigating through the flowchart. Okay, so they're just... Okay, that's all. Okay. There are just like little cutscenes, so you're not supposed to do anything. It's just like a little like, he's wearing down your defenses type of a thing, so. Anyway. Several days after Nayuta repaid the loan sharks. Spacey! Kasuga! Look at this awesome thing I found! Awesome thing. I felt uneasy hearing those words. Kasuga and I looked at the unfolded flyer. Ward off evil spirits with this special doll, guaranteed to bring good luck. It's...
This is clearly a scam, and that doll is creepy. I'm throwing this away.
Oh man, not again. I thought for sure it was the real deal. You put your hand on Nayuta. You don't need any other good luck charms because I made you the only good luck charm you will ever need again in your life. Yeah. And then he'll never do it. You just gotta know how to manipulate him. How can he say that? No, maybe I should still praise him for this. It's a small step, but at least he came to us for permission before he bought it. I gestured for Nayuta to hand the flyer over, and Kasuga whispered in my ear.
He's pretty naive. Oh, I can still get him to agree to the tuna fishing job.
You're joking, right? Kasuga said nothing, but snickered. I still had to say something about this. I love Kasuga. He's so fucking shady. He's like,
we can get him to do all sorts of jobs for us.
Ha! Kasuga! You're a little evil, and I love it. Kiss me now. Hey, Nayuta? Do you still have that charm I gave you? You betcha! See? I've got it around my neck. Nayuta gave me a big smile. I'm keeping my guard up. And that's when I realized my good luck charm was ineffective. A dependable guy. You have a whiz message. A whiz. I'm gonna go take a whiz, guys. I want to give you something. I bet you do. Spacey, which do you like better? Pink or red? Huh? Why? I couldn't decide between those two, so I figured I should ask you. No, that's not what I meant. Why do you ask? A lucky charm. You gave one to me, right? I want to give you something back and admit this really nice person? Hold it. Huh? Just the thought is plenty. I don't need a lucky charm. Huh? Aw, but it's on special now. Really? I don't need it. Do not buy it. But I wanted to say thank you. Nayuta? I do not want that charm. Okay. Idiot. I love him. Of obliviousness and heroism. Nayuta apologizes to us for what happened. Listening to his story, he was shockingly heroic? The end of Nayuta's thing. Dude, for real? I'm sorry. The boys and I had gotten together to discuss my most recent adventures, but it was more like a lecture than a chat. Oh, wait. Is this Nayuta? Are we Nayuta right now? Oh, okay, we're Nayuta, so never mind. Ichi and Taiga glared at me. That felt super small.
At least things ended up well. You really keep strange company, don't you, Nayuta?
But thanks to Shion being nice and changing the subject, the others stopped lecturing me. I was finally free. And I don't mind when someone starts sparring with me, though. It's led to some fun times. What was fun about them? How do I... Oh, one time, it was all like a period drama late at night on the road. A period drama. It's supposed to be Taiga and Ichiya, but I just gave it to Ichiya because I was walking down the street at night, and surprise! Some guys with wooden swords came out. Before I knew it, I had a fight on my hands. I thought, it's like we're actors in a drama. I did a super cool victory pose at the end, too. And that's called getting mugged, Nayuta. And another time I woke up one morning and there was a man passed out next to me in bed. He was holding a metal bat like his life depended on it. I toss and turn a lot in my sleep, so I was worried I might have kicked him.
I think you were concerned about the wrong thing there.
Also, I almost got run over by a car once. I threw myself onto it, though. Flipped right over. And you didn't get hurt. Oh, it was the car that flipped over. I'd like to have more fun times like that. Getting mugged, waking up with a strange man in your bed, and flipping a car. Yeah, okay. Sure. I don't even know what to say to that. We can't let the lady hear nothing about this.
No kidding. These are such vulgar stories.
I don't think she'd even believe them. Nayuta acting like a toddler. Well, rather...
like a puppy.
That's how she thinks of him anyway. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Are you telling secrets? None of your business. Damn, dude. Giving me a headache. Get another part-time job, would you? That's the plan. And I gotta make sure I don't cause any trouble for Spacey, so I'm gonna work a ton more. I'm gonna knock it out of the park. Yeah! That fucking idiot who's like doing karate moves in the living room now. Anyway, cool your jets, bro. Oh my god. That's cute. Clear! Nayuta's board level 1 clear! Okay, so now we're back to our story. Switchboard automatically goes back to common, and then we can do a second friend, which is... It's like it's so hard to go around. Ooh, we can't do that one yet. Oh, we go here, and then it can go here or here. Ooh. Anyway, a second friend. Samugi introduced me to her. Though mousy at school, she looks much different when the bell rings. Oh god, is she another fucking Lolita? Look, it's Miss Tojo, not a hair out of place. She's as dignified as ever.
Right? Every time I see Miss Tojo, she always looks perfectly immaculate.
I found a reason to leave as quickly as possible so that I could get away from the whispers. I'd become very sensitive to the word Tojo lately. I was painfully aware of every mention, every glance. I tried my best to avoid the mutterings because every time I heard the word, I couldn't help but be reminded. Reminded that I was no longer the Tojo family heir. Not inside. There I was plain old me again. A nobody. I knew who I was and who I was meant to be. I couldn't forget that. And yet, every time I was whisked back to reality, I felt a queasy flutter in my stomach. If those four and their utter lack of restraint was changing me... If those four and their utter lack of restraint was changing... If those four were changing me, but lack of restraint was... This is weird. Anyway. Then, okay. No, it's too terrifying to contemplate. Classmates exchanged greetings as they wandered into the classroom. I went to my seat without a word. I don't see Samugi yet. I was just getting ready to sit when... I'm not sure who's saying, "Excuse me, Miss Tojo." Oh my god, is this our new friend? Okay. I love her too. She's adorable. With her sweet little sassy hair and her glasses. Hearing my name, I turned around. A classmate approached me with downcast eyes, so didn't we say she's mousy? She's not mousy, she's adorable. Anyway. Noah Arimura? Noah. I knew her name, of course, but this was the first we'd ever spoken. I wasn't sure what I should say. I took a moment to think over possible responses before saying, "Do you require something of me?" "I was told the teacher will be late today, and there will be no homeroom. I'm supposed to pass the message down to whomever has daily duty today." I'll see to it." "Thank you. Now, seeing as I've done my part..." "Oh, yes?" I wanted to talk to her. At least, so I thought. But when our eyes met, all my words got caught halfway in my throat. We're like, "I want to be friends with you," for some bizarre reason. "Thanks for bringing the message." "It was nothing. I only did as I was asked." She turned to leave. I didn't watch her go. I quietly took my seat. Why was I like this? I shouldn't have tried to be conversational. Regrets tumbled through my mind, and gloominess began stealing up into my heart. "I finished cleaning the blackboard, Spacey." "Thanks, that was helpful." "You're welcome. By the by, has there been any progress yet?" "Progress? With what?" "Why, with your suitors, of course. Has anything new, or spicy, happened between you all yet?" "Yes, we have daily orgies, Samugi. What the fuck?" I have listened to Samugi as I wrote the day's events in the class journal. "Recently? Well, we watched movies." "Oh my! A movie date is simply a must in any good romance." "So you're making progress. Good. With whom did you go?" "Everyone?" "Everyone?" "They all brought a DVD they wanted to watch, then we watched them in the living room." "The living room?" "I think that's the only special thing we've done lately." "Nothing about that is remotely special. That doesn't qualify as a romantic event in the least. You had a family movie night, something any old group of bored people would do to pass the time. It is nothing at all like a date." "Spacey, please, you must acknowledge that those gentlemen are your suitors. And they are not a group of friendly cousins or neighbors. I wish they could just be my friendly cousin neighbors. Neighbor cousins? I know that." "Do you? Can you look me in the eye and tell me you see them as potential lovers? Husbands? Do you keep your future in mind when you see them every morning?" I was at a loss for words. I absolutely see one every morning that makes me fall in love with him a little bit more, and I think that he could possibly be my husband. "Which one?" "My butler." "Yes, now that we'd spent time together, I didn't think they were quite as boorish as I'd first believed. But lovers?" When I remained silent, Samugi sighed heavily. "All right, one of Mr. Mitsumori then." "What about him?" "You need to give some serious thought to whether or not you could ever consider one of these gentlemen your lover. What would Mr. Mitsumori be like as your lover?" Fucking intense. And I don't know if I mean that in a good way, like, oh, he's intense. I just mean like it's a bit much. Samugi's eyes were steely, leaving me no easy way to escape. Trapped, I gave it some thought. What would it be like if Ichia was my lover? Oh, dear God. Exhausting. Because he'd be intense. "Oh, your eyes are like the bluest skies above a mountain." I can't even fling out the bullshit he has. And you're like, "Sweetie, I just said good morning." And like, he'd have like this fucking poetic shit. And you'd be like, "Oh, good Lord, stop it." Oh, great. Oh, see, this is it. His constant cheesy pickup lines would wear me out fast. I have to wonder if that's what hosts are like. Being lovers with him would be mentally exhausting. Exactly. "What about Mr. Isurugi then?" Oh, dear God, fuck that. He treats me like a child and teases me every chance he gets. He's pushy and crass. If we were lovers, I'd constantly be at the mercy of his whims. "And Mr. Mayuzumi?" Well, at least he's pretty to look at. "Shion? I don't know. He smiles all the time, but I'm not sure if he's genuinely nice. I can't figure him out, and he talks like he lives in a different galaxy, but he's beautiful. Lastly, Mr. Yagami." I'm not into bestiality. Nayuta'd make a better pet than a lover. Sorry. If he was a dog, he'd be great to have around. It's true. That's why it's funny as shit. Oh, it's funny when, like, but it's just, look, they absolutely make sure you know that he's basically a dog. But it's just funnier that she's like, yeah, he's better as a dog than a lover. Like, if he were a pet and I could put a leash on him and take him for walks, that'd be great. But, because it's so snarky and it's just funny that she says it. You expect all the other characters to say it, and her be like, oh my god, stop. No, he's just... No, but she's like, no, he's absolutely a labradoodle. Samugi's sigh was considerably longer than her last one. And this is getting nowhere. It seems I've little choice but to be a bit more proactive. Spacey, do you have plans for this afternoon? Not particularly. Samugi? Proactive? I had a bad feeling about this. She ignored my unease and started writing texts from her phone at the speed of machine gun fire. Well then, let's be on our way. To where? You'll see when we get there. Samugi's smile made it clear the matter was not up for discussion. I obediently closed the class journal. Samugi is our fucking boss. Okay. She is the boss of us. I feel like Samugi would absolutely be the one who would enjoy stepping on Nayuta. Because I'm like, she's borderline about to step on us. And I'm not 100% sure if I mind. Is this it? What do we do now? Wait. This is where we're going to meet your new assistant. My what? Here she comes. I followed Samugi's gaze and turned around. Here's our new friend. Is that the girl in the classroom? Is that Noah? Because, like, I don't remember her eye color, but, like, that's definitely not her hair. Was she wearing a wig? What the fuck? I mean, it could very well be her. A girl swathed in bold, gaudy colors stood before me. There was no mistaking the flashy style that tagged her as a fan of Shibuya's infamous Gyaru street fashion. She took one look at me, grimaced, and promptly headed for the exit. What? Why? I blinked, unsure of what to say. Samugi, however, smiled sweetly and said, Are you sure you want to leave? My lips might loosen up a little and your secret just might slip out as soon as I have an audience. The girl froze in her tracks. I have a feeling it is supposed to be Noah, because otherwise why would she have a sprite? But, like, she's definitely, like, she's, like, changed her hair and everything. If you leave now, there's a chance it'll be all over school by the time you arrive tomorrow. Clearly aggravated, the girl stalked over to our table and plopped into a chair with an audible thump. I, didn't know Samugi had friends like this. Us in just our fucking normie boring sweater. Fucking Samugi in her gothic Lolita outfit that's sexy as shit, and then this girl in her Gyaru style is like, we're boring. Spacey, I believe you two have already met. What? It was as if Samugi had read my mind. I looked more closely at the girl. Yeah. She leaned an elbow on the table, chin in hand, and matched my stare with blatant annoyance. Still can't tell. Samugi giggled. All I could do was shake my head. She's Noah Arimura, our classmate. You're kidding. This was Noah Arimura? The serious and demure young lady with glasses who had given me that message about homeroom just this morning? Impossible! Arimura's studious persona at school is just an act. She's actually a wild playgirl who has a new boyfriend practically every night. Girl! You're in high school! Simmer down! Could you, like, not make me sound like a slut, please? Though I'm not going to deny that I like playing around. Anyway, what is this all about? Make it quick. I don't remember the voice I originally gave her, but, like, whatever. My mind was still reeling. I couldn't stop staring. Samugi ignored my shock and faced Arimura. Given your impressive track record, Arimura, I'd like to make a request of you. Okay. I'm appointing you as Spacey's romance counselor. They fucked up the name thing here. Stop it. That makes me mad. Anyway. What? Huh? I was shocked. Arimura was clearly unenthused, to say the least. Samugi kept talking. Look, neither one of us wants to be here, and Samugi's like, you will be friends, goddammit! She's grown a little closer to her 4 suitors, but only as friends, not as lovers. At this rate, even the earliest bud of romance will never blossom. To fix that issue, I thought it best to go to an expert in love, you, and ask you to give her advice on viewing men as potential lovers. Wow, are you serious? She's still naive. Could you encourage her a little? Confused, I interrupted the two of them before they continued to converse over my head. Wait a minute! I've only just begun to get used to them. I need a little more time before I can start thinking about whether I can like them. Listen, it's not about getting used to them or thinking about whether you can like them or whatever crap. That's not it at all. It's easy to fall for a guy from the start if he's hot enough. And if he's lame, he just goes on the pile for, ever. It's about being attracted and stuff. Artemura did have a point. If I didn't find anything attractive about them, it'd be hard to fall in love. Or I think that's how it works. But love at first sight? Yeah, hi, it exists. It's called Kasuga. Jesus. The same goes for the guys. If they're really into you, they should be super proactive about trying to get with you. Are they, serious about you at all? Now that she mentions it. I mean, Nayuta is, but I'm pretty fucking sure he'd be as excited about a tennis ball. Ichiya offered nothing except cliche pickup lines and cringeworthy come-ons. Taiga was crass and inexcusably rude. He often made cracks about my bust being too small. Unbelievable. Shion claimed he treated me like a princess, but he was more interested in being pampered than like a princess himself. And aside from promising that he'd protect me, Nayuta didn't do much except act like a demented dog child. Demented dog child! None of them are showing me anything resembling love. Could they really be chasing me for my money after all? I mean, most likely. I honestly, these four losers roll on up and they're want to marry you. Why? Okay, so if I marry you, by the way, I don't have any money. And they're out. I'm just saying. I don't think Nayuta cares about money. Because he's too stupid to realize that you have all the money in the world to pay off his debt. You're just here's a bunch of jobs and he'll fucking do them. So, I don't really know what his deal is. Someone was like, you're gonna date this girl. And he's like, okay, sure! I'm obsessed! Because he's a demented dog child, so I don't know. I sat there in stunned silence for so long that Artemura grew impatient. I mean, it's easy enough to figure out if these guys are actually serious about you. Oh, wonderful! Would you be so kind as to let us know how to get to the bottom of this mystery? I'll hit on him for you. What? Oh, I see! A honey trap! And that's a splendid idea! So, yeah, call up these guys one by one and I'll flirt with each of them. Watch their reactions. That should tell you all you want to know. True. Whether or not they returned her advances should indicate how serious they were about me. Okay. I made up my mind and opened the message window and whiz. Stardog's Cafe. There he is! Artemura, that gentleman is Ichiya Mitsumori. There he is in his cute little outdoor wear. I love him. He's full of cheesy pickup lines, but he is pretty, so. Oh, really? Huh. He looks like some kind of elite. Or someone who thinks he is, at least. Back in a sec. Hey, hi, I hear you. Please stop! Thank you. Hey, good looking. Wanna go get lunch with me? I'm flattered, miss. So flattered. But I'm sorry. Today is an incredibly important day for me. No, it's important for us. Her stubborn exterior has finally given way and she's made a sweet petition for my help. She's irresistible when she's sweet. She's always irresistible, but... Well, it's a good sign he's not tempted by another woman, but... My word, he's unbearably hokey. Ugh, he's so embarrassing. I kinda like it, though. Chocolate and candy are dull and sour next to her sweetness. When I first met her, I could feel the red thread of fate entwined around us, binding us. She's like, I'm gonna leave. It seems Artemura has had about all she can take. I can see her glaring at us. We have to stop him. I could stand under a shower of stars, and I know the rush wouldn't compare to the flood of emotions that encapsulated me when I met her. And finally, her heart... That is enough of that, Ichiya. My voice trembled with a mix of anger and embarrassment. However, Ichiya didn't acknowledge my irritation. He flashed his usual smile and tipped his nauseating wink. What? There you are, my darling. I've been waiting for you. Your timing is, as always, impeccable. I was just telling this young lady about your many virtues. Oh, Smokey is with you, I see. He seems disappointed. He's like, oh. Good day, Mr. Mitsumori. Mr. Mitsumori is really hard to say. That sure was a load of cavity-inducing sludge. I'm sorry. Who is this young lady? Is she with you? What's going on here? We'll explain the details later. Don't you worry. Come, the next gentleman has almost arrived. You're like, Ichigo, sit there and shut your fucking face and don't text anyone! Slaps him. I don't know if we've ever seen Taiga's outdoor outfit. Like, he looks good. I mean, like, because he still has, like, douche face. But, like, right now he's got pretty douche face, and I'm digging it. I like the way he's just standing there. Like, alright, okay. I mean, this isn't the style. Like, I wouldn't see this guy in the street and be like, oh, my style. But, like, he looks really good. Oh, anyway. What? There? It's Taiga. Oh, so he's my next target, Arimura promptly made her way over to Taiga. Her voice is all over the place. I don't know what's happening. Hey there, all alone. Come on and hang out with me. What? Don't you got any friends of your own? Oh, I do, but none of them are as smoking hot as you are. I'd come over and say hi to you. Careful, babe. There are dangerous dudes out there. I'm down with getting a bit dangerous if you're in. Well, you're thirstier than a dried-up sponge. Well, you're thirstier than a dried-up sponge? I wish I had read that better, but anyway. He's doing a good job deflecting her advances. I'd say that's an appropriately adult response. Yeah, he's just acting like his normal abrasive self. Okay, but here's the thing. I understand that she's trying to honey trap them, right? She's going to the, hey, and trying to see if they'll flirt with her. But also, if they're fucking smart, none of them would flirt with her because she's a 17-year-old girl and they're all over the age of 20. So it's gross. I always forget that we're a teenager until, like, freaking, like, you know, the last part. Kasuga's like, knock, knock, you doing your homework, girl? Oh, you reminded me. But, like, this is one of those times where it's like, oh, good, he's not flirting back. He shouldn't be. He's going to get fucking arrested. Chris Hansen's going to be fucking up his ass in a second, like, maybe you should have a seat on this bench over here. Like, just seriously plastered against his back, whispering in his ear, there's a bench over here I'd like you to have a seat on, Taiga. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, come on! Okay, let's just take that away and we're supposed to pretend like, it's not weird! It's weird! Okay, but, like, back to our non-reality. No, this is completely different. How could they not notice? Taiga's been looking at her chest this entire time. He doesn't act that way around me at all. Is that a problem? I barely acknowledged Samugi's sidelong glance. I was too busy grinding my teeth in frustration. Anyways, I'd love to hang out with you sometime, but not today. Already got plans. Taiga's the one like, yeah, I mean, I gotta hang out with you, whatever, I don't care. Oh, okay, that's alright. Arimura nodded and raised her hand. That was her signal to us. Taiga, I'm sorry to make you wait. Hey, babe, Ichigo. And Samugi, too? Indeed. My apologies, but we took the liberty of watching how you reacted to this lady's advances from afar. What? And this chick was on this whole candid camera thing, too, huh? Arimura smirked at the surprise in Taiga's voice. He smiled wryly at her impish grin, ignoring the pointed stares I shot at him. Pervert! What, babe? Nothing. Annoyed, I waited with the others for the next suitor. I mean, like, we're not dating him, so, like, there's, on one hand, you're like, he could, like, oh, yeah, hey, whatever, yeah, she's got a nice rack. We're like, yeah, I'd hang out with you some other time. I mean, he wasn't like, yeah, babe, let's go fuck in the bushes. You know what I mean? But he was like, yeah, we can hang out some other time. On one hand, you're not, like, dating the man, so he has every right to, like, chat other girls up and, like, whatever, because he doesn't know you're going to commit to him, so why is he got to close all his fucking doors? But at the same time, he's trying to woo you, so he should be closing all his motherfucking doors. So you're like, I'm kind of on the fence with it. Like, But even if you're dating someone, it's not like you're going to be like, oh, all the people I thought were hot before don't longer exist. I'm sorry. I don't care if we're married, Kasuga. Tom Hiddleston's still hot. I'm still going to look. I'm just saying. And that's fine as long as you're like, agree with it. Like, she might not like it, but it's like, he's going to look at other girls' boobies because you don't have them. But as long as he's not like, yeah, her tits are better than yours, and like making you feel like shit about yourself, he's like, she's got a rack. And you should just be like, she does have nice boobies. Like, you know. I mean, you can still love your girlfriend's boobs and appreciate other boobs. You can still think your boyfriend has a great ass, but acknowledge that other dude over there has a great ass too. I'm just saying, you know? Like, within reason, you're not be like, oh my god, he's so fun, and oh, I wish you looked like him, but you'd be like, what? No, his butt was cute. Yours is cuter. Like, I'm just saying, people are gonna notice things. So, like, but Taiga, I don't know. I don't think it makes you feel bad when, like, he's supposed to want to date you, and he's like, yeah, we can hang out some other time staring at this girl's tits. But, again, we haven't committed to him, so it's not like he's doing anything really wrong. Is it classy? No, but, like, I mean, he's only human, so I can't really blame him. But you want to blame him? It's weird. Anyway, I waited with the others for the next suitor. Oh, annoyed, not anyway. Whoops. Oh, Nayuta's not even gonna get she's hitting on him. Ah! I don't know if we've seen Shion's, like, big frickin' coat. Like, big fucking floofy coat. Yeah, his goddamn sweater. It's adorable. I kind of like it. Ha! There's Shion. I figured him for the kind of guy who's not fond of crowds, but he actually looks pretty okay out there. Whoa, he's beautiful! Arimura's whisper was steeped in shock. She slowly made her way up to Shion. He really is beautiful! So, I mean, second favorite. Kasuga's still my number one, but... Hi there, are you alone? Let's, have a chat. Why are you just standing here? Let's get a coffee. Hello? Are you listening to me? I'm asking if you want to hang out with me. Why? Shion finally looked down at Arimura, his eyes as cold and sharp as icicles. Even from my hidden distance, I felt goosebumps rise. Why? Because you're pretty. I'm super into pretty people. I think they're interesting. Well, I've no interest in you. And with that, Shion completely turned out Arimura. It was like she no longer existed on the physical plane, and she's a pretty girl, so it's not even like, oh, well, if she, like, showed up, I actually thought she was super cute in her school uniform with her cute little glasses, but this is, like, she's just definitely more, like, out there, like, look at my fancy outfit, and my cute coiffed hair, and, like, my fancy jewelry, and, like, she's more stylish and put together, which would be more attractive than, like, the little floofy-haired glasses girl, but I think the floofy-haired glasses girl's cuter, she's the quirky girl. As opposed to like, oh, hi, I'm like the beauty guru over here. Like, so you'd think Shion would be interested in her because she's pretty, but he's like, whatever. Anyway. Damn, that's cold. But he just gets like that sometimes. Indeed he does. I was shocked at their total lack of surprise. Had he been like this before? The way Shion was acting right now was utterly unlike the Shion I knew. I'd never seen him without a pleasant expression. He wore a smile so often it sometimes seemed plastic. But the way he was now... I suppose he only deigns to acknowledge the people he's decided to respect. I was about to say something when Taiga interrupted. Huh? That chick is coming back. Calling a retreat? Yeah, he wasn't paying a damn bit of attention to me. If I kept banging my head on him, I'll look like an ass. I felt so bad for Arimura. She had my respect for tolerating that treatment as long as she did. Well then, I suppose there's nothing for it now. Let's go and clue him in. Shion? The moment Shion heard my voice, his face broke out into his typically beautiful smile. Ah, there you are, Spacey. Your text surprised me. What's this about suddenly requiring my help? No, or actually... Yes? I paused, still confused to how he could smile so easily at me. While I stammered, the others revealed themselves. Oh, Taiga, Ichiha.
I didn't know you were here. And Samugi too. Bonjour. Is this a friend of yours too, Spacey? It's a pleasure to meet you, miss.
Not even realizing she's the girl that tried to talk to him. Wow. She entered his beautiful smile towards Arimura, who he'd utterly ignored only a minute ago. Now he acted like he was seeing her for the first time. You met her already. You just talked a minute ago, even. Shion blinked in confusion, his smile never wavering.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember at all. But a friend of yours is a friend of mine, Spacey. I'm happy to make her acquaintance.
He smiled pleasantly at her, seemingly oblivious. It was actually behind... What was actually behind that lovely grin? I know, he's so much more intriguing now. You're like, the hell is wrong with this man? I like it. Nayuta just... What? There's Nayuta. Jeez, he's just looking at everyone and everything. He's not the least bit subtle. He really is. They keep moving his sprite. It's like Spacey. He's probably looking for you, babe. He sure is acting all fidgety, though.
He's like a pet searching for its master. He's probably trying to catch your scent.
True. Nayuta was acting awfully fidgety. He would glance around furtively for a moment and then suddenly stop and straighten his posture, only to start nervously looking around a minute later. Felt like I was watching a puppy trying to learn how to sit and stay. It looked like Arimura may have felt the same way. She had an odd look on her face as she walked up to Nayuta. Hey, cutie, are you alone? Are you here alone? Let's chat for a bit. Chat? Yeah, we don't have to stand here, though. Want to go get some coffee or something? Nayuta looked closely at Arimura, who was smiling pleasantly. She sounds more like Samugi right now. I don't know. Suddenly, his eyes opened wide in shock. Oh, hey, I know you! You're the lady who sold me that Happy Fate bracelet that helps you meet your potential true love, right? Do you remember me? You took me to that old building to look at all your wares. The hell? That sounds like a total scam. No, it wasn't a scam at all. In fact, it worked perfectly. I mean, thanks to that bracelet, I finally found the person I want to protect forever. Yeah, total scam. Ugh, Nayuta. The hopeless dip doesn't even realize she's trying to hit on him.
And what concerns me is that Happy Fate bracelet thing he mentioned. The name alone has scam written all over it.
And come to think of it, I've seen him ordering some iffy stuff off late-night infomercial channels. I'll give him credit for not being tempted by another woman, but I still have several concerns about this gentleman. Yes, there was something definitively wrong with Nayuta on some very basic level. I sighed and rubbed my temple. Arimura looks like she's had her fill of this child. Let's rescue her and inform Nayuta of what we're doing. He won't get it, it's fine. Samugi smiled wryly. I could only respond in kind. Oh, and the vase you sold before work wonders too. If you have anything else like that, I'd love it if you could let me in on it. Nayuta! Oh, hi, Spacey! You bought a vase too? Bro, would you calm down a little? God, quit outright asking people to rip you off.
And personally, I was rather entertained watching that.
Like, stop asking people to rip you off. It's true, though. Oh, whoa! What's everybody else doing here? Nayuta's eyes opened wide in surprise when he saw all of us descend on him. We took the liberty of watching what you would do if another woman flirted with you. Huh? Then, the stuff you wanted my help with, Spacey? I'm sorry. Nayuta deflated like a balloon. All I could do was give him an apologetic look. Everyone else is like, oh, okay, this is weird, but sure. And he's like... we just crushed him. The poor boy did his best to stay, but he'd been denied his treat. His sad, defeated expression made me start feeling guilty about what I'd done. It's like if you're playing with a dog and you're like, all right, go get the ball. Get the ball! And you don't throw the ball, and the dog runs and is like, wait, you didn't... And then you've got the ball, and it's like, but you didn't throw the ball. And then you're like, it's so funny, but it also hurts me because I feel so bad about it. You're like, I feel so guilty right now. It's exactly what we just did to him. Oh. Well, babe, you watch all of us get propositioned. What was the whole point of this rodeo? I took a moment to think before answering. If I said I wanted to know how serious they were, they might get the wrong idea and think I was concerned about how they really felt about me. But you are. And if that happened, they'd definitely tease me. I could see them getting carried away, too. That was the last thing I wanted to happen. It was a test to determine your capacity for adultery. Adultery? Yes, on the very off chance any of us were to marry, it'd be problematic if you have a penchant for wandering. So I tested your reactions to Arimura. Sheesh! Can't believe you went this far. Hell, you even got someone to be your designated flirt. Is this chick a friend of yours or something, babe? All four of the men turned to look at Arimura. She turned away, not even trying to hide her annoyance. Yes, this is Noa Arimura. She and I attend the same school, and we, would it be alright if I called her a friend? While I was thinking that over, Ichiya stealthily slipped up to my side. He even tried to nonchalantly put a hand on my shoulder, but I smacked it away. It's just automatic. You just smack. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me? You're so bashful, my dear. But never fear. I was just trying to reassure you. You know how much I love you, right? I would never dream of cheating on you. Why, the beauty of your sparkling eyes sustains me day after day. I promise I will never cheat on you, my dear. If you love me and me alone, I'll give you everything I have and more. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Ichiya spent the entire time when Arimura walked up to him, he was like, oh, I'm waiting for a girl whose eyes sparkle like the midnight dew. And like, we're just going on, and she's like, the fuck? Dude, I just asked you for coffee. And 3 hours later, he's still going. Shion didn't even acknowledge her existence. Nayuta thought she was trying to sell him shit. So like, he didn't even know she was flirting. So that's, I mean, and Taiga was like, yeah, I mean, we can hang out some other time, but I got plans right now. And was like staring at her boobies the whole time. So, I mean, like, Taiga's the problem one right here. All the rest of them were like, I guess A reactions. A+ for Nayuta because he's too fucking stupid to know when someone's flirting with him, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You know, it's going to get him into trouble later. So, actually, I'm going to give you a B. Because you're too stupid to know. Because then one day, all of a sudden, you're going to be like, she told me she needed help moving her mattress, and then she said I had to do it without my pants on. And then it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, he would act, it was an accident. You accidentally fell into her, you know what, I believe it. Like, I'm just saying, he's not the brightest. So, B for you, because you need to be aware when someone's flirting with you. Okay? And, like, A for Shion and Ichiya. And, like, B-, maybe a C+ for Taiga. Because, like, it's okay to, like, look, I mean, you know, again, was that the best reaction? No, but we also are not dating you. So if we haven't committed to you, you checking out another girl's boobs is like, you know, it's not the worst response ever. If we were dating him and we're like, no, I think I'm picking you. And then he's like, hey, baby, yeah, well, I mean, then I'd be like, wow, douchebag. But like right now, we live in a house with 4 dudes and we act like we don't even like any of them. So, you know, whatevs. But it was like, we can hang out some other time. Dude, you were just really? Like, that's where it's like a B- C+. We're on the line there, buddy. Anyway. I won't ever cheat either. I'm gonna stay by your side forever and ever and ever, Spacey. He looks like he's gonna cry. I never cheat either. If I found someone else, I'd make a clean break with you and go with them. Well, feel better that you have our answers, babe. I like that. I wouldn't cheat if I found someone else. I'd just peace out. Fair. All right. We'll keep you at a B-. I gave him a slight nod. You know what? We'll give you a B because that was an honest response. A lot of them were irresponsible louts, but I believe that they were serious about their promises. At the very least, it didn't seem to me like any of them were utterly unconcerned about my feelings. Okay then, what say we head home? I waited for them to start walking before I turned to Arimura. Thank you for your help today. Whatevs, I did it because I didn't want Tsumugi to whip out a megaphone and tell everyone my business. That was not her voice. Her voice is there. Whatever. Arimura shot a glance at Tsumugi, who smiled sweetly in return. So, I gripped my phone tightly in my pocket. What? There's something else? Do you want to trade Wiss IDs with me? Took a lot of courage to ask her that. I had no idea what I'd do if she rejected me. I guess. Really? Hey, like, you were the one who asked. Stop looking so surprised. Here's my name. Like, she actually looks kind of sweet right now. I hurriedly added Artemurdo to my whisk contacts. Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow at school then. Don't talk to me at school. Artemurdo's tone was sharp. For a moment I felt so shocked it took an effort not to let my knees wobble. You stand out way too much. I don't want to attract any attention at school. None. If you want to talk, wait until we leave the building. If it's a rush, find somewhere out of the way. Better yet, just send me a message on Whis. Okay. How wonderful for you, Spacey. I think I'm a little jealous. Samugi smiled at me. In the distance, I heard the men calling for me. Go on. They're aching for your company. Have a lovely day, madam. Later. I'll see you tomorrow. I clamped firmly down on the desire to skip and instead managed a dignified, if slightly brisk walk. I love the fact that we're not interested in the romance, but we just made a new friend, and that makes us excited. It's cute. Anyway, we're like overtime, so. Ah! Look at our little buddies! Oh, never mind, they're gone. Okay, so anyway. Oh, are we going to be in their personality? Oh, yay! We get to be them next time. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.